I love my kids too much. I'm not gonna. That's right there is called neglect and abuse, and I don't believe in that.
Okay.
This is Brittany Delgado, 27 years old, in a Tallahassee sheriff's interrogation room on the afternoon of December 6th, 2019. Her 1-year-old son was pronounced dead at the hospital 20 minutes ago. Her 3-year-old is on a ventilator. She has not been told.
It was comfortable. Like I would, and that type of room, I would sleep in that room.
You would?
Yeah, I would sleep in there.
45 minutes after deputies opened the bedroom door, the air inside still measured 89 degrees. The space heater on the floor was photographed at 1 click below maximum. Maximum is 150. Brittany doesn't know detectives have these numbers yet. In the next 40 minutes, she will tell them 3 different versions of the same morning. The 1-year-old's name was Alex. According to his mother's own account in this interrogation, he had recently learned to walk. The morning he died, he was pushing a stroller back and forth across a back bedroom floor with his older brother. His older brother, Casper, would have turned 4 years old 12 days later, on the 18th of December. As they played, Casper called out for his mother to come watch. She answered him from a different room, Tallahassee, Florida, just after 1 in the afternoon on December 6th. Sheriff's deputies are dispatched to a residence in Leon County after a 911 call about 2 unresponsive children. They find both boys on the floor of a back bedroom that has been sealed and is hot. Deputies on scene describe the children's skin as scorching. Both boys are transported by ambulance. At the hospital, after a 35-minute ride in an air-conditioned ambulance, Alex's core body temperature reads 107 degrees. Casper's reads 108. Normal core body temperature holds at 98.6. Alex will not survive the day. Casper is placed on life support. There were 2 adults in the house when the boys went unresponsive, Brittany Delgado and her boyfriend, Pedro Ramirez Alvarado. Both have been brought to the sheriff's office. They are being interviewed in separate rooms by separate detectives. The detective who walks in to speak with Brittany has just finished speaking with Pedro. Here is what the detectives know walking into this interview. The bedroom temperature, taken by digital laser thermometer, 45 minutes after the door was opened, with the heater unplugged and the front door of the house also open. The coolest reading was 80 degrees. The other readings were 89.4, 86.3, and 89.2. Here is what they know about the heater. Its high setting blows air at 150 degrees. The dial in the photographs is set 1 notch below the high setting. They have photographed every outlet in that bedroom. None of the outlets have a child cover. And here is what the responding deputy reported when he picked up the children to begin resuscitation. He used 1 word for the temperature of their skin. The word was scorching.
You're not under arrest at this time, okay? I don't want you to think that. But because you are up here being interviewed, my policy is I gotta read Miranda rights to you, okay? Just so you know what your rights are, all right? It's just a standard procedure, okay?
My rights are, I already know.
You already know them? Okay.
I already know my Miranda rights, but I know
great.
you have to go by.
That's great. So I'm
I have
gonna read it to you
family.
anyway.
I have family that works with law enforcement. So.
All right. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. Do you understand those rights?
Yes, sir.
Are you willing to talk to me about what happened today?
Yeah. But my foster parents were the ones that were kind of iffy if we needed lawyers, but I said I don't think. I said we're not being arrested, so.
You have foster parents, is that what you said? And you're how old?
I was 27.
You ain't got no foster parents, you're an adult. I just never met an adult that said they had a foster parent. That was that's a new one on me.
Notice what just happened. The detective offered her 2 reasons to wait for legal counsel. She declined both, first by saying she already knows her rights, then by mentioning her family works in law enforcement.
Did you know Pedro before you came here?
Mm-hmm.
You did. So how long have you known Pedro?
Going on 2 years.
2 years?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Maybe 3, I don't know. He's basically their father because they call him dad, and
Okay.
because they're my kids' biological fathers since day 1 has not been in the picture.
Pedro's been good for him, takes care of him. Oh, that's good.
He treats them as if they were his own kids, and he has kids in El Salvador.
Oh, he does? Okay. So,
and 1 in Maryland and 1 in Yes, 2 in El Salvador, 1 in Maryland, 1 I think it's New York or California. I just can't remember which.
Pedro is the boyfriend, not the biological father. The detective files this away. It will become a vector of blame in the 3rd hour of the interview.
Last night, where were you guys at last night? You as a family, you, Pedro, and the boys. Where were y'all?
We were at Mom and Pop's finishing up their house
Where's that at?
in Panama City.
Okay.
You know,
So,
insurance company and everything else.
What time did you leave Panama City?
I think it was around 11:30ish, 12 a.m.
Okay.
Yes.
Y'all drove straight here to Tallahassee?
Mm-hmm.
And what time did y'all get here?
When we came inside, the clocks said that's in the living room area. Said 2 something.
Okay. And when you guys got home, what did y'all do next? What did everybody do?
He went to the bathroom to go take a shower because he was filled with insulation and everything. I changed kids, made bottles, got everybody to sleep.
2 a.m. arrival. Both children fed, changed, put to bed. So far, no anomalies. The detective is establishing baseline, what her demeanor looks like when she is comfortable and giving information.
So what time did everybody get up this morning?
The kids got up earlier. Pedro was still asleep. I moved them all to the back room, took out the space heater, electric space heater.
Were you up first or were they up first?
Julio was up first, then Alex was up, then I was up. Oh, no,
But
sorry. Julio, me, then Alex, because I had to change diapers.
Okay.
Listen to the correction. She begins one order, stops, restarts in a different order. A small thing, but the script is being constructed in real time.
I changed diapers and let them play in the room that they were in with the space heater.
Okay.
But I took the space heater out and I put it in the hallway by the black sofa.
What were they playing with in the bedroom? Because there wasn't really much in there.
The stroller and the papers and everything. Julio likes to play school.
Okay. Why was a stroller in there?
Because they like playing with it. They like pushing it because Alex just learned how to walk. And that's what I was going to tell you. The last time I was in there 10 minutes beforehand, they were both pushing it together. Because Casper kept calling me like, Mommy, Mommy, look, Mommy, Mommy.
This is Casper, 3 years old. He is calling for her to come watch his brother walk. By the suspect's own account, she answered him from another room and stayed there.
I ended up getting on the phone with the insurance company. Pedro got a call from El Salvador. So what I did was I stepped outside in the front. And I told him briefly before I stepped outside, please go check on the kids. I checked.
How long were you on the phone call altogether?
I was probably on the phone call for maybe like 5 to 10 minutes.
Do you think it could have been longer than 10 minutes, possibly?
I don't know.
5 to 10 minutes, possibly longer. The detective notes the answer. Hospital readings will define the actual length.
Speaking of that, got a question for you. All the door handles in that house are reversed. The locks are on the outside.
Oh no. The only ones that are like that is bedroom 1 and 2 in the back. Because of the fact of Mr. Julio being in Houdini. And he'll take your pen or your phone, take it to the other room, one of those rooms, lock that door, and shut your phone, your pen, your keys, whatever in that room, and we won't be able to get in that room.
Do you ever let the boys play by themselves for a while without watching them? Like, do they ever go play in the room and you just kind of like clean it up or whatever while they're in the room?
I clean up while they're in the room, and then if I'm cleaning another room, I go check on them.
Yeah. Would you say you're the primary caretaker of these boys, or is it Pedro?
It's equal.
It's an equal thing? Okay. You've done it all. How many times would you say you did that today?
To me, it feels like 20.
Okay.
Because Julio's Mr. Houdini.
All right.
Mr. Houdini is the 3-year-old. According to her account, he plugged the heater into the wall, then back in, 20 times that morning. The detective writes the figure down.
And people call me Supermom.
They call you Supermom. Oh, okay.
Because normally I'm juggling the kids and everything else. So.
She says it first. The detective repeats it back. She accepts the framing without correction. He will use the phrase against her 2 more times before the interview ends.
I love my kids too much. I'm not gonna. That's right there is called neglect and abuse, and I don't believe in that.
Okay.
It was comfortable, like I would,
It was comfortable?
and that type of room, I would sleep in that room.
You would?
Yeah, I would sleep in there.
For the first hour and 10 minutes of this interview, the detective takes notes. He doesn't argue. Then, he changes his approach.
Do you think it's possible that you were on the phone longer than you think, and those boys had that door closed while that heater's on full blast?
No, the door
You don't
was
think that's
open.
possible?
The door was open. Because even when I saw it, it was open. Everything was open.
I can't see how, if the boys were in that room 5 minutes, that they could overheat that fast. So it tells me that they had to have been in that room longer than maybe you probably perceived. Is it possible? I mean, because I've been on the phone before. Listen, I've been on the phone before talking to people, and you lose track of time very quick.
Yeah,
right?
I don't know if I may have you're right, I may have their timing wrong, but I mean, I know I checked on them between calls as well.
Watch the pivot. 5 minutes to 10. 10 to, I may have their timing wrong. The first version is being abandoned in real time.
If you're playing back in, ping pong, let's say, with the heater with Julio, all day long, he's plugging it in, and you're having to go behind him and take it back. Why not put that thing out of the house or put it up somewhere?
Higher, and
Why wouldn't you do that?
I
ain't doing this 20 times during the day like you say you think you might have done.
I told Pedro, I was like, before all this ever happened, I told him, if Julio touches that fucking heater one more time, I'm throwing it out the fucking door.
Ongoing, but ever had any incidences where either the boys got out of the house without you knowing it and walked down the street? Has that ever happened while you've been here?
That happened like twice, I think.
Let me ask you a question about CPS. Have you ever had any investigations against you with CPS in other states?
To be honest, yeah, but...
This is the first time CPS appears in the interview. She volunteers it. The detective hasn't asked her about anywhere except Tallahassee. She is about to volunteer more.
They wanted me to do a whole bunch of parenting classes
and
all that, and I was working. My job wouldn't let me do everything that CPS was asking me.
Okay.
So I ended up signing my rights over, so my rights did not get
What state was this in?
Virginia.
Virginia? Okay.
I signed, it was 3 other children. I signed my rights over.
Okay.
3 other children voluntarily surrendered. Across 2 states, the detective has not asked. She is volunteering, in detail, while her 1-year-old's body is in a medical examiner's office across town.
Have you had any contact with the Department of Children and Families, what you call CPS, while you've been in Tallahassee?
Once.
And when was that?
It was probably like, I don't know, 3 weeks, maybe a month ago.
And why would the DCF investigator tell me that she felt that you were avoiding her when she kept trying to get in contact with you?
I was at appointments.
The detective has been holding the measurements back for nearly 2 hours. Now he begins to release them. He starts with the smallest piece, a photograph.
So, when we went in, we took a lot of photographs of the inside of the home. In the room where the boys were found, prior to we showing up, there was not any outlet covers on the outlets. So why would that be the case when you told me that there was, and you confidently told me that there was?
Yeah, there was outlet because I was putting them in there. Unless...
There's not. They went back and reviewed the photographs. There's not.
The photographs are time-stamped. The photographs do not show outlet covers. There is no version of the morning that contains them.
Well, how warm was the room?
It was warm, like you could...
Was it uncomfortable?
It was comfortable, like I would...
It was comfortable?
And that type of room, I would sleep in that room.
You would?
Yeah, I would sleep in there.
So there's a window unit blowing in the living room, and that's around 75, 76 degrees. When we were in that room, we have a digital laser temperature reader. And while we were in that room, the average temperature in that room was 90 degrees. Now you're telling me the room was not uncomfortable.
It was not uncomfortable when I went in there the last time. Like the very last time. It was not...
But we got on scene pretty quick though. And according to you, you just checked the room maybe 15 minutes prior to us showing up, right?
But the thing is, I didn't feel like it was that uncomfortable. And then,
so we did multiple readings in that room, and the coolest temperature was about 80 degrees. But the other two were 89.4, 86.3. Okay. Do you know the max temperature of that heater when it's turned on? Do you know the max temperature?
I never put it on that.
Listen to me. When I saw the heater myself, there's a dial that goes all the way around, okay? Mm-hmm. The dial was 1 down from the highest setting. So we check the temperature of that heater when it's on its high setting like that. 150 degrees. Do you hear me?
Yes, sir.
150 goddamn degrees.
Okay.
It's blowing in that room with that door closed with those boys in there.
90 degrees of room temperature, 45 minutes after the door was opened. 150-degree heater, door closed. The math is the case. What follows is the moment the detective stops being conversational.
I'll tell you something. They took temperatures of the boys' core temperature rectally at the hospital. Mm-hmm. Okay? Julio's was 108 degrees.
So they overheated?
108 degrees. Now, this is after being put in a cool ambulance and about a 35-minute ride in probably a 68-degree temperature ambulance. Mm-hmm. And get to the hospital. So that tells me that the core temperature was higher than 108 degrees before they got into that ambulance and before they arrived to the hospital. Alex was 107. Core temperature now. That means their temperature had to come down a little bit once they got out of the house. Now you see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So something's not adding up here. Here's the thing. The doctors are in there working on your boys. And they're in critical condition. So I need you to be honest with me if they were in that room with that door closed, with that heater running longer than what you told me.
Probably the last time when I checked them, or between the one before the last and the last, I don't know if they shut the door. They could have shut the door.
Brittany, that couldn't have happened. You couldn't have. Both of you guys could not have been there in 5-minute, 10-minute increments. Listen to me. And their temperature gotten that high. Now, did you lock them in that room?
I did not lock my kids in the room.
I'm asking.
You're yelling at me. None of us do that.
Listen, these boys are in critical condition, okay?
Pedro did not do it. Pedro did not lock them. I'm worried about my kids.
What's your little 1-year-old's name?
Alex. Alex. Jonathan Alexius.
Okay. She did not make it. Okay. Your oldest son is still alive, but he's on life support.
Watch what she does next. The detective announces a death. Within 90 seconds, she has shifted to a legal claim.
I need my phone so I can call my lawyer.
You stand by right there.
Not gonna accuse me of abusing my children. That is fucking ridiculous. I need my phone so I can call my lawyer.
She has invoked counsel. Federal law says the interview is over. Anything she says now is inadmissible unless she initiates.
I'm sorry to bear us. All you got there on scene. Okay. Are you saying you're wanting to talk to us without a lawyer?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I know my rights and I know what I'm doing. It's fine.
Okay.
Can I need like a hug or something because I don't.
I can't hug. Okay.
In April 2024, a Florida court convicted Brittany Delgado of aggravated manslaughter of a child and aggravated child neglect. She was sentenced to 25 years in state prison. Pedro Ramirez Alvarado was convicted on related charges and sentenced to 30 years plus probation. Casper survived. Alex did not. Alex was the 1-year-old who had recently learned to walk. The boy, whose older brother was calling for his mother to come watch him push a stroller across the floor of a back bedroom. He was 12 days short of seeing his older brother turn 4. Across the recorded interview, Brittany Delgado used the phrase supermom once. The detective used it back to her 3 times. She did not correct him. If this kind of analysis is what you're looking for, subscribing means you'll see the next one.